What up, everyone? This is Zonabra here, and today, I guess Nathan. I can call myself Nathan today because I'm not going to talk about video games. Today, I want to talk about a company called Boosted Board, and I want to talk about a case of entrepreneurship. It might sound very off-topic through my channel that is like gaming related, but I thought I would share my opinion about this very interesting company case that is Boosted Board right now. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, if you are an entrepreneur yourself, and you will be facing problems with your company, and right now Boosted Board is facing a very interesting challenge that I want to share with you and share my opinion and see what you guys think. If you don't know what Boosted is, it's a company that sells this electric skateboard. I guess we can call this a longboard. And it got very famous because it got used by a number, like a really good amount of YouTube star, aka Casey Neistat, and a lot more like Sam Scheifer. I don't know how it's called, but many YouTubers are using Boosted Boards, and many people are loving it. Boosted Board. It got launched on Kickstarter and was one of the most successful board there. It's a very high end, aka like also highly priced board. You can get a new board for $1,000 to $1,500 for the upgraded battery and stuff. So this is the website basically, and what they've done recently is that they launched the V2. So we are like 2 years from their original board, and they are launching the V2 that I bought, or that I reserved, I guess, because I still don't have it. And they had like this wait list where you would get an email for the payment, you will get an email when the shipping is done. And basically what they've been having lately is of they had two cases of people having boards that would absolutely overheat and like create smoke and stuff. So we're having a lot of cases with lithium battery exploding, catching fire, like horrible stuff. Some people died because of it. Some people got really injured. If you don't know, Samsung has a lot of issues right now with the Note 7 that got out of the market because it was too dangerous to use. So I want to talk about this entrepreneurship case that is from Sanjay. So Sanjay is the CEO of Boosted, and I want to share my opinion as a client and as a customer of his, and see if I was him, would I had handle the challenge, I guess, as much as he did. So I'm gonna head on Twitter and I'm gonna look for Boosted Board, and I want to see how is their communication and stuff. But before seeing anything, before looking at dates, tweets, stuff, I want to tell you that if I was facing this solution where I had to, so basically the situation is that they had to push every single reserve uh, by weeks, by days, by whatever, until the thing is solved. And the CEO doesn't want to ship. Obviously, he doesn't want to ship anything before the stuff is solved, right? Which makes sense. You don't want people to die. You don't want people to get injured. It could be very dangerous, and you don't want to mess around this. So he stopped everything and he just decided to push. So he's in a situation where he has a lot of people who reserved the board and put $100 up front, who were about to get the email and conversation. I was supposed to get mine on November 11th because there's a date that says, oh, if you reserve your board in June or July, you'll get your confirmation email on November 11th, and that was me. Today is November 21st, and I still haven't got anything, but we got few updates. For me, how I would have I would have handle the situation differently. Uh, I think one of the problem that Boosted has is that it doesn't communicate with its fan base and his community well enough. I would like, as a customer, like daily updates, as I want to know that the company is working hard every single day to solve the problem. I want to get minor updates, even if they repeat themselves. I want to know what is going on. I know that right now they must be putting sweat and tears onto solving the problem. Probably they are not having weekends. They're probably working overnight to get this shit done. But I still want to know what the fuck is going on, and I think this is so important. If you look at the last blog post, it's been one in November, November 2nd, explaining that, okay, so two separate occasions, a lithium battery cell has vented inside the battery pack, blah, 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 no one got armed, if you like, call 911, call this cost immediately, blah, blah, blah. This is cool, right? Then you don't hear from them for 5 days. So for 5 days, people who had boards were supposed to leave it in their closet or leave it outside and do not charge it, do not boot it on, and you're supposed to wait and wait and wait. Then it says battery update on 5 days after. So this says basically what the hell that you should supposed to do. So please do not write the board. Please do not charge the board. Please store your board in a safe location. Yada yada yada. We will update you. So this is for me. Basically, we will update you. If you want a full refund, you can get it, of course, for the $100 you paid. Return policy warranty. Current owner. So first generation owner are good to go. But they tell you to not modify anything as it's also a lithium battery and you do not want to mess with it. After this, 7 days after, we get an update. What the hell happened between the 7th of November to the 14th of November? Working through the weekend and the past weeks, our engineering team has made incredible progress. Okay, so this is why I want to hear from Boosted every single day if possible. Why are we only knowing this right now? I mean, for me, it's like I'm very excited to get it, but the winter is coming, to not quote Game of Thrones. And an electric longboard is only good to use when it's not raining or when it's not snowing. This thing could be waterproof, it could be snowproof, it could be whatever you want. Longboarding and cruising around is only fun when you have an adequate weather. And I feel that if you face the situation with your business, if you face the situation with your startup, and you create a hardware that is in a situation where you have to make people on the wait list wait, I think that you should update them every single day. This is their subreddit. People are still posting like awesome stuff because they're using it and they're not having problems, but there's still no communication from Boosted team, or not as much as I would like it to be. Like, I'm a customer, I'm worried that I will never get my Boosted board, and yet I don't know what the hell I should do. Should I get a refund? Should I get a something? Should I get a something? Should I get a something? Twitter is the same shit, guys. They tweeted, the last time they tweeted was so November 15, to basically link to this stuff, which is really weird because they post on their blog first and then on Twitter. I don't think anyone is subscribed to their blog. I don't know if anyone is looking at this every day. Twitter is the #1 priority, and their last vote was to vote, like the election date. That's how far it is. November 8th, then November 15th, and then nothing, nada. Today is November 21st, and we still have no idea what is going on Boosted. There's two things. Rather they don't work on the communication very well, or rather they're trying to keep it low to slowly do it and making people wait. And I can get that. I can get that if you send an email every day to your fans or to your waiter, you might make them impatient. Other than if you keep it low, they might still forget that they were supposed to get a board by this time, and so we can work and work and work and get this shit over with as soon as possible. I can get that, but me, I will be more sensitive and I will be more appreciative if a company actually worked hard on communicating with me as a customer. I would like to know if everything is going okay. Are you guys making any progress? Do you have any estimate? And just work like that. Like, communicate with your client, with your customer, with your fan base. Let them know what the hell is happening. I think this is very important. I think this is like, for me, this is an example of almost like a fear of like communication, fear of the outcome of what may happen if you start communicating with your fan base. Like, nothing is happening. Everything is blank. Even if you go here, the last person, so Boosted wishes happy birthday to John Ellen again, because I think this dude wanted to make sure that he had his birthday present, which would be the Boosted board. This was number 15. What is happening in Boosted office? What is, like, the person that's taking care of the Twitter, what is it doing? This is what I want to know. And I think that as much as it's very different from what I used to do on Twitter, this is something I really want to look at because I want to discuss it with you. I'm not criticizing Boosted Board. I think Boosted Board is an amazing company, but I think that they should do something about their communication skill and their social media presence. Whether it's on Twitter, on subreddit, or on their dedicated blog on their website, they should at least let people know. And if one day I create a company where I sell hardware like that and there's a problem, I think that I will have a daily update of what the hell is happening, just to keep people in the loop and making sure that they know that I'm working as hard as I can with my team, with the company, to solve the problem. Uh, I'm very sensitive to this because I'm very impatient about getting this board. I really want it. I can't wait to have it. I've been waiting for so long to have it. I bought it in July. This is how much I've been waiting for. So feel free to share your comments on the down below. If you were to be CEO of Boosted, what would you have done differently? Would you have done more like me, or would you keep it the same like Sanjay did? I admire his business ethic. I think he's taking this case very seriously. He flew to the other side of the US just to meet the guy who had a problem with his battery, just to check it out. He is a very serious CEO that I think would successfully deal with this, but I just think that a few tweaks on the communication skill would have been amazing. So that's it. This is just how I would have deal with it. If you have any opinion, please feel free to share it on the comment down below. And I want to know what you think about this format of videos. I want to start discussing cases about entrepreneurship, about companies that do things that I think they shouldn't do, or I think they should do differently, because I think it's just interesting to talk about it. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you stayed for the entire video, I wish you guys an amazing day, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.